Here are the most anticipated video games of 2020 so far. It's a brand new year, folks, which means it's time to say goodbye to the video games of yesteryear and get hyped for all the new releases coming out in 2020. And buckle up, there's a lot of them. So plug in your controllers as we take a ride and check out the most anticipated titles of this year. First up, Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. And yeah, I know, these aren't titles, but we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that two brand new consoles are gonna hit store shelves by the holidays. And while we're still waiting for more details, like how did they get the Xbox Series X out of that monolith scene from 2001: A Space Odyssey, we're hoping to get some hands-on time with them at this year's E3, which is an exciting prospect indeed. Now, the first real video game title on our list is a sequel to a game franchise that popularized the first-person shooter, Doom Eternal. Now, to say we're just excited for this game is a massive understatement considering all the fun we had slaughtering our body weight in demons with the 2016 reboot. And if they want to keep that murder train rolling, just apply some of that same formula of tight controls, sick Easter eggs, brutal monsters, and killer weapons, and you got a murder stew going. We're going to hell and back. Actually, we're going to heaven this time. It's going to be awesome. Next up, Half-Life 3 confirmed, sort of. Well, it's like 2.5, 2.75. It's Half-Life Alyx. Well, not exactly the sequel that gamers have been clamoring for exactly 100 years now. We'll take anything we can get at this point. Set between the first and second installments, this new chapter is going to be a VR exclusive, and honestly, while we're a little bit disappointed by that, we'll take any excuse we can to crowbar the nearest headcrab. Overwatch 2, definitely a full-on sequel and not just a reskinned version of the game I'm hopelessly addicted to. While Overwatch 1 focuses on the online battles between other players, the sequel will reportedly introduce story modes, PvE elements, and all new characters, which will hopefully give fans more of a chance to explore the deep lore inside the Overwatch world. Maybe they'll give Zenyatta more of a backstory instead of nothing for 3+ years. While there's no official release date in sight, we've got our fingers crossed that it's going to drop this year because we, and specifically I, cannot wait. Now, normally we wouldn't put a remake or a remaster on this list, but considering just how badass Final Fantasy VII Remake is looking, it's hard not to because it's practically a whole new game built from the ground up. Arguably one of the best Final Fantasy titles of all time, and the reason I bought a PlayStation in the first place. It's not only getting a graphical update, but it's going to do away with the active time battle system in place of a brand new battle system. Now, we're concerned that this remake may be broken up into at least 2 parts, if not more, with part 1 ending when your party first leaves Midgard, but any chance to swing Cloud's Buster Sword in glorious 3 dimensions and not that, horrifying pixel art is good enough for us. Seriously, just look back at the old graphics. He needs to see a doctor. Dying Light 2. The sequel to the breakout post-apocalyptic parkour zombie game of 2015 is getting a sequel, and we could not be more excited about it. There's going to be even more zombies, bigger maps, abilities, weapons, and yes, more parkour. The best part of this new iteration, though, is the fact that you can play a campaign with 3 of your best buds online in a fully cooperative setting. It'll be a true test to see which of them you would actually want in your survival group once the end of days actually does come around. So, sorry, Steven. You're out of the gang. You're gonna cheesesteak our survival. While there may not be any Avengers movies hitting the big screen this year, we're thankfully getting the next best thing in the form of Square Enix's and Crystal Dynamics' Marvel's Avengers game. It's set to drop in May, and the story takes place after the Avengers get attacked and they're left scattered and broken. Cap is gone, Tony Stark grew a beard instead of just a goatee, so you know it's serious. Based on the trailers and the footage we've seen so far, everyone from Thor to Hulk to Black Widow to Ms. Marvel is gonna be playable, and if that doesn't scratch your Avengers itch, well, you probably need Earth's mightiest gold bond. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Where are our manners? Out in the English countryside? No, that's a homonym. There's been a lot of love given to AAA titles as of late in this very episode, but what about their comparatively diminutive brethren, the indie games out there? Well, lucky for you, we do have manners, specifically table manners. In this dating sim, you combine the complexity and clumsiness of Surgeon Simulator and apply it to a first date. You start off by swiping your potential dates and hoping they accept. Then you go to a restaurant that ranges from a boat to a nice steakhouse where you'll have to help prepare and serve your date all their favorite food. All the struggles and digital buffoonery are highly accurate to how first dates actually are, at least. That's what I've been told when I did some light Googling and extensive wikiing about dating a human. Next up, Halo Infinite. It's kinda nice to see Microsoft get back to their roots with a return to the Halo franchise and releasing the game with a brand new console just as they did with the original Xbox. Well, that's just icing on the cake. While we haven't actually seen a whole lot from this game yet, we're always going to be excited to suit up as Master Chief once more to nade some freaking grunts, run them over with our ghosts, and just see their heads pop off like so much confetti. Folks, let's be real about something. Moving sucks, but maybe it doesn't have to if you play Moving Out. Similar to Overcooked, this game's meant to be played couch co-op style, so you can yell at your pals in real time for going the wrong way. Moving Out tasks you to relocate furniture and boxes from one location and move them to another. Sounds simple, but therein lies the rub. What if you have to move boxes off of a plane and onto a moving truck? Not so simple. Coordination is the name of the game here, so that you don't trash the place and can instead become a certified furniture arrangement relocation technician, or a fart if you're nasty. And you're nasty. It's been 7 long years since The Last of Us came out, and 3 years since its sequel was announced, but it looks like we're finally going to be getting part 2 this year. Get ready to go through all of the feels once more as this post-apocalyptic adventure takes us on an emotional journey. The Last of Us is widely regarded as one of the best games of the decade, if not of all time, so we're interested to see if they can keep up this excellence into the sequel, and I've played it, and so far, so fucking great. Speaking of long-awaited games, Animal Crossing New Horizon. Announced in last September's Nintendo Direct, the next main installment in the Animal Crossing series is going to be as cute and cuddly as its predecessors, unless of course you cross Tom Nook. The biggest difference in this outing is the setting. Instead of being part of a town or a farm, you instead work off of a deserted island to collect resources, build structures, so you can impress other anthropomorphic animals. You know, kinda like real life. Wait, who are you trying to impress? Now, folks, we're going to go on a limb here and wager this next title might be the most streamed game of 2020. We're talking about Fall Guys. This little indie game takes the Japanese game show Takeshi's Castle, or as you may know it, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, and mixes it with the popular Battle Royale genre. 100 players face off in different challenges that sometimes boil down to dumb luck against flying or falling obstacles until only one person is left alive. It's the greatest thing Japan's done for the Battle Royale genre since they put out the movie Battle Royale. Which if you haven't seen it, just fix your life. What's wrong with you? And finally, our last pick for the most anticipated game coming out in 2020 is of course Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk! Look, we could go on and on about how everything about this game looks spectacular, how its visuals are out of this world, and how every little detail, including the weird lore they dropped in there with Keanu's character, has us on the edge of our seats. We could ramble on and on about how it's the same game studio that brought us The Witcher 3. We could bore you with all of the details about the level of customization that goes into each and every character. But for now, all we're gonna say is Keanu Reeves as Johnny Goddamn Silverhand. Samurai's back, baby! And that's why it's our #1 pick. If you haven't played the RPG that it's based on, Cyberpunk, they're putting out a new edition of that this year too, so get your tabletop on. And there you have it, folks, our definitive pick for the most anticipated games of 2020. We can't wait to play each and every one of these, although our wallets might say otherwise, and we also can't wait to find out what other surprises might be coming our way this year. But what do you folks think? Which game are you most looking forward to playing this year? Did we leave anything off of our list? And which game do you think is actually going to come out this year versus getting delayed into oblivion? Because if it's Animal Crossing again, legally, we're allowed to riot. Let's discuss. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, why not give us a like and subscribe while you're at it? And if you want to get notified every time we go live with a new show or drop a new video, please feel free to mash that little bell. That way you can be up to date on all the latest theories, news, and rumors in the pop culture world.